Alright guys, what is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue, and if you haven't heard already, Thrustmaster is finally revealing their new TCA Yoke Boeing edition, and I want to see how it stands up against the legend, the Zibo 737. So I'm excited to try this yoke out and throttle with Zibo. So let's go ahead and release the parking brake and jump in a quick pattern and see if we can put this baby down softly. Alright, here we go. Very smooth throttle. Alright. Power set. Airspeed's alive. Oh, she's loud. There's 80 knots, cross check. 100. And V1 rotate. And just like that, doesn't take much to get her off the ground. Positive rate, gear up. Oh, and she's moving. We're light today. Oh, this feels 400. Oh, this feels so nice. It really does. You guys just don't understand how this feels unless you get your hands on it. Just take my word for it. Again, this all plastic exterior. Let's pull that power way back. It's all plastic exterior. And it's very lightweight, but at the same time it gives you, I feel like, just enough tension that you need to just kind of get that right feel. I'm gonna add some trim in. Oh yeah, we're not gonna go too high, about 2,000 feet, make a right turn here. Let's see how she rolls. Let's roll with it. There we go. I'm gonna fly this whole thing by hand, pull that power back, let's manage our speed. We're gonna keep the flaps in. Let's drop the gear down. I mentioned this in my last video, but the gear down mapping is not existent right now in this version, so we're gonna need a firmware update or something to get that working. Pull that power back a little bit more. Again, the throttle itself does feel very smooth. Again, it's very lightweight. It's very, you know, it's all, again, everything, all the exterior is plastic. It feels in like physical touch, it feels very similar to Thrustmaster's TCA Airbus throttle. It's not the exact same material or texture on the throttle itself. It's a little bit different, but it feels nice. Again, you can't expect, you know, not expecting any high quality metals or anything like that. You don't really want that unless you want to pay a grand. You're gonna put a comma in that price. So I kind of like it where they're keeping it a bit cheap. They're still giving you a good quality here, so this does feel very good as I'm making this turn and trying to keep altitude right. I think the most important like area in a throttle and yoke setup is kind of that fine middle dead zone area where you're making those small adjustments as you see I'm making right now. Very important when it comes to landing, when it comes to flying straight and level, hand flying, things of that nature. So far this yoke is handling the Zibo 737 very well. It actually feels better. I tried my first flight in this Magnite 787, and this actually feels just, I don't know, just, it's so hard to tell. It's a very small difference between this and the other aircraft, but it just feels much better. I'm feeling that weight that we talked about, so a bit better. Let's go ahead and roll out. That is very nice. You can see everything synced up very well with the sim itself. It's just different. It's a different feel when you have that lower axis or that lower pivot point down there. It's actually very comfortable, and I like that it sits low on the desk. The actual base of the where it, you know, it locks onto your desk is actually very low, so it gives you a good vision. One of the downsides is the keyboard. It's kind of be hard to find where to put your keyboard unless you put it like on the side. Let's gain some altitude. But other than that, that's really only the biggest downside that I've seen so far with this whole setup. I don't find myself needing to sit very far from the desk. I'm able to sit pretty close, especially with my setup since I have such a small monitor, as you guys can see. Give some power and we'll gain some altitude here. Let's get up. Lost a lot of altitude there. Again, access is very smooth. I'm not getting any stuttering, any jittering. It doesn't feel awkward in that center point where you go from left to right, like it's an all fluid movement. What's interesting is actually you see here on the sim, as I go left and right, it actually stops in the center and then moves to the right, but in the physical throttle, it does not do that. It actually goes smoothly from left to right. You can see I'm actually still moving, and it just stops. So I don't know, and I'm not feeling that difference. I'm only seeing that in the in-game animation. So I think that's good. I actually would prefer not to have that lock effect in the center. And you're also not getting much of that. You kind of get that in the pitch axis a little bit, where when you let go, it obviously has a center point where it stops at. Let's give it some trim so we don't dive into the water. Not trying to go skiing today. But you do kind of get that little bit in the center. And when you let go, it stops. So as I go from forward to back, it does kind of slow down in the middle, but it allows you to kind of get more finer adjustments there, which is okay. We do have low fuel in the left and right tank, so we can't stay out here too long. We have just enough fuel to make this pattern. Let's make that right turn back to base, or back to Boston actually today. I don't have the ILS or anything plugged in, so we're doing this completely visual, which is very difficult in a 737. No flight plan plugged in, nothing assisting us today. So we just got to visually find the airport. One thing that's actually helpful out here is that you can see the downtown area and know that the airport is just next to it. So we're at idle power right now. There's 2500. Let's see, we can find the airports. This should be off our right, as we're turning a right base now for runway 33 right in Boston, Massachusetts. Boston Logan International. So it's very easy. One thing I love in a good joystick or yoke is just being able to make fine movements. It's very important to be able to do that. All right, there's our airport right there. The next question is, where's our runway? Our runway is over here, so we're a little bit shallow or short of that. Let's go to the left and we'll get lined up. Again, there's no stickiness in the throttle, which is super important. One of my biggest pet peeves and complaints about Thrustmaster's other product, the T16000, is that stickiness in the throttle where you can't be smooth. They definitely iron that out. I haven't gotten that in the Airbus version or the Boeing version now, so I'm glad we don't have that issue. Let's go ahead and get these gear down and flaps down. Alright, we are clear to land. And also the buttons here on the top of the yoke are definitely conveniently placed as they should be. Very easy to reach them. A little bit more flaps. And we're very slow on landing. We're very light. 1,000 pounds in the center, 800 pounds in the left and right tank. Got 2 white, 2 red coming in from right side. Short final. 3-3 right. Alright, a little too slow. I don't want to get that slow. Let's give it some power. Power, power, power. Yeah, we're losing speed as we're getting all that flap, all that drag in. We're full flaps in this landing. I really don't need full flaps, but we're doing it.
500.
Yeah, I feel a little bit of weirdness right here, right there, but that's a bit far in the pitch down axis there.
400.
Everything else feels fine.
$300. 200.
A little high. It's alright, we got plenty of runway.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, there's a float. Ah, come on. I can't win. Alright, reversers. Ah, my God. Alright, manual braking.
80 knots.
And we will make this exit. We put it in the touchdown zone. A bit firm. So you guys are definitely going to clown me on that one. But I don't know. I feel like if it was me versus Zibo, Zibo won. But if it's this Yoke versus Zibo, I feel like it handled it very well. It's just going to take me some time to, you know, practice landing, period. You guys know, you know what it is. But yeah, there it is, guys. Welcome back to the airport, and I love how it feels. I want to do it more. I was kind of just off the cuff there. Didn't know my V speeds, my V refs, and nothing. Just flew in there, just for the heck of it. So enjoy the hard landing. I'll see you at the hospital. Thanks for watching. Remember, you have 3 choices: give up, give in, give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. I'll see you guys next time, next video. I'm out.